Welcome everyone to Lantern Light Adventures. Tonight we are going to be playing these old stories, The Breathing Mountain, an Old Gods of Appalachia game. I am Jen, I'll be your game master tonight, and I'm here to be a menace to everybody and everything in the world and in my players' hearts and minds. Now that we have got that out of the way, let's introduce everybody. We'll start at the top. Alex, tell me who you are, who you're playing, and why you're here.
Hey everybody, I'm Lex Wilson. My friends call me Alex, and so can you. I'm playing, I use he, him pronouns, as does the character I'm playing, DAIRE, and he is a brash protector who knows Jack.
Thank you very much. Mal, tell us who you are, who you playing, and why you're here.
Hi, my name is Mal. My pronouns are she, her. Tonight I'm going to be playing Theresa Shaw, the superstitious sage who cannot escape the darkness. Her pronouns are also she, her.
Thank you very much. And Silky, tell us who you are, why you're here, and give us those announcements for us today.
Hey friends, my name is Siliqui Jaden. I use they them pronouns. You can find me most places online as FatSapphicBro. I will be playing Jasper Joaquim Vicente, he they pronouns, who is a hardy protector who defends what matters. Our good friend SirHeckAlot cannot join us today due to technical issues, but they should be back with us next week. We love you, Heck. Welcome back to our space here at Lantern Light Adventures. This is home to all of our TTRPG and related content on Twitch. All of our games are also uploaded to our Lantern Light Adventures YouTube channel. There is a link to our link tree in the chat right now. You can click that. It'll take you to all of our various social media pages so you can follow us everywhere we are. If you want to be kept up to date on everything that we're doing, feel free to also join our Discord, which is linked in the chat. Thanks for joining us today for the Old Stories, The Breathing Mountain, our horror-themed Old Gods of Appalachia actual play. We will be streaming this game most Wednesdays, 2 to 5 p.m. PST. Friendly reminder that this is a horror-themed game, so please care for yourselves as needed. As for where you can find us the rest of the week, on most Sundays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. PST, we stream Era of the Dragons, our D&D 5e actual play. On most Tuesdays from 6 to 9 p.m. PST, we stream An Empty Dream, our Girl by Moonlight actual play. We also record an audio cast after show for each of our games where we go over any necessary advancement steps and debrief from the game. You can listen to these for free on our Patreon at patreon.com/lanternlightadventures. All of these after shows will always be free, but we appreciate any contributions and support as it helps us continue to bring you awesome queer content. Just as a reminder, each month we take the last 7 days of the month off so we can edit and prepare more content for y'all, as well as have a bit of break to handle our day-to-day responsibilities. And finally, in support of a free Palestine, we will be financially supporting a family through the Pass the Hat project. More information for that will be shared once we're assigned our family. Until then, there is a donation link for Doctors Without Borders on our page that you can support in the meantime. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Now, let's get into it. So, we started this story about 10 years ago. The mountain took the best of the men in Timber. The stars fell that night and lives were lost, and through all this chaos, heartache, and sorrow, 2 deals were made. One with the Green Man, now known as Applejack/John. The other with 3 lovely ladies that our players have so adequately destroyed. But along with that was a 4th being. Tall, dark, handsome man, long, slick black coat, smiling away as the screams of timber filled the air around him 10 years ago. His eyes fell in a wash moment as he surveyed the land of timber before him, eyes falling on mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, family, lost loved ones as the mountain took them. Love had summoned the devil because the love of a father is deeper than any mine could ever dig. And a sick little girl needed help, and there was no medicine. as we lurch quietly into the schoolhouse where we left our players, that same little girl is holding up a note looking at all of you, saying her father can't help you anymore. And she's just here to deliver a message. Nell, as quiet as she is, curious as she is, doesn't know the role she's playing. If anything, she's innocent. But she is making a point, and somebody's calling you out. As she presses the note into your hand, Theresa, she gives that big, beautiful smile. Doughy brown eyes, curly hair, turns around and kind of skips away.
Theresa will open the note, read what it has to say.
It just says, "Love is such a terrible curse, isn't it? Come to the middle of town if you want to talk."
I'll look to you two and show you the note. Something wants to see us. Feel like something maybe thinks we got a little too big for our britches.
Yeah, I felt that way all my life.
And say they might not be wrong.
Well, I guess we're doing this. We're in for a penny, in for a pound, huh?
We owe them that much, I suppose. Is it like signed by anybody?
Oh,
Okay. Into the unknown.
Yeah.
I think we've been there for a while now.
Yeah, we're in the thick of it.
It's getting out. This is a trick.
Yeah. How
No.
are y'all looking after us
Oh,
having
yeah.
a fight last time?
Forgot about that.
Yeah, you did have a fight. Don't forget you did level up, so don't forget that. You're still injured from the fight despite leveling up. You don't heal upon leveling, just so you
Okay.
know. That's not how the
Mhm.
cipher system works.
Okay. Well, I'm at 6 out of 24 might right now, and my
Okay.
speed and intellect are untouched. So
All right. I'll try and give you a charm touch. I'll come up to you and I'll kind of take some scrap fabric I have to try and bandage you up as best I can. Actually I probably would have packed some gauze or something actually useful for the
I also
situation.
have some basic first aid stuff on my person as well.
All right. So yeah, I'm going to do my intellect task to see if I can difficulty 2 intellect task to see if I can heal you. And that's a 10, so that's good enough. You regain 2.
Fantastic. Thank you.
I'm fine, thanks.
I think I'll make it a little longer, but I know you took some hits for us. So. All right, I guess we'll see what fresh hell we have unleashed.
So, making your way towards town as you were so kindly invited. There's a sort of intensity to the air. Like, you know you're stepping into danger, or you're self-aware enough to know that there's danger around you. It's kind of the feeling you get when you walk into the woods, knowing that there are predators, bigger and meaner out there. But it's terribly offset by the niceness of the day. A nice, warm summer's day, bustling town that it is. It's just not right in the right ways. And as you get into the center of the town, you find yourself amongst the people of Timber. They're going about their day. Miss Jenny Brown and the others don't seem to be missed as of yet. If anything, it's normal. Maybe that raises your hackles a little. Maybe that's what puts you on guard that just much more. But normal to you has been so far skewed that normal is strange. And as you approach the center of town, there are several people sitting about. One of them is the nice gentleman from Georgia that got called up by Jonas. He's having a good gander about the town and enjoying himself. There is what looks to be a younger man, kind of full beard, uh, enjoying what looks to be a nice whiskey. And he's talking with somebody. Uh, Another is a woman kind of talking to her youngest child, just learning how to walk, and you're watching her as she's kind of holding the hands as this little toddler's taking their steps. Some eyes glance at you as you move into the space, but nobody bothers you. These are people you know overall. It's just a weird feeling that you're having your hackles and intensity of the day is just getting to you.
Well, not quite sure who we're looking for or where. We were just invited to town, so
You can make perceptions, observation, sight-based rolls, if you so wish.
How about like sensing lies? Like I probably sense that something's off or I don't.
Sure.
The whole town's a lie. All right. I hope I'm wrong.
For me, 15. And I'm trained in perception.
Mhm.
I rolled terribly. I rolled a 2. GM intrusion.
Okay.
I only got a 5. So
All right. Don't forget your XP there, Dare, as you got that intrusion on you. As
You know,
you're looking.
there's an option when we level up to do something where I could make, if I rolled a 19, I could treat it like a 20. I'm like, what are the chances that I would even roll a 19? I'm still just going to roll ones. Why would I take that skill? Sorry,
Yes.
go ahead.
No, no, no. When I was playing this first time around, I took that feat and never rolled up above a 10 after that. So I'm just like, why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? But as you're all looking around, Jasper, your eyes clock on a couple people moving a cart through. They're new to town. They look a bit strange. You don't recognize them as a whole. Timber smell enough that you would be aware enough that these people are not from Timber. You Theresa, get a little distracted by somebody tripping over a crate of apples and spilling them everywhere, and they're kind of cursing, and they have a skin knee, and that kind of draws your attention away. And you, there, as you're looking around, a hand just gently places itself on your shoulder and says, "Mighty nice day, isn't it?" And you get a pat on your shoulder as they move around you.
Is it somebody I know, or it's just a random person does that in the crowd? Is what you're saying?
It's just, yeah, it's just a random person.
Great. Uh, it's a day.
They kind of nod. Yeah, I guess so. As they keep walking.
I'll kind of nod my head toward the couple of people that I saw and just say, those folks don't look familiar.
I don't even know what that means anymore.
Yeah, me either.
Fair.
It's the people you think you know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, how many of us made deals and no one knew about it for a long time? So, do we
Mhm.
really know these folks? But
I'd like to think anybody who's looking for us and who wants us to find them here will find us. But nothing goes the way I think it's going to go. So
You wait. And you wait. A good hour passes by. An hour and a half passes by. Bordering on 2 hours now.
are we being pranked?
you know, it's entirely possible.
Is there some place that the gods don't want us to be right now?
I mean, everything comes back to the mine. The mine was been at the center of all of this. That's my first thought.
I feel like I know less every day, so I just don't know.
Yeah. Well, I ain't sticking around here. I got invited here. I ain't waiting for them to show up. It's not on me. So um I feel like Teresa's is gonna start walking towards home. She's kind of sick of this.
Yeah. You start walking home. Nobody stops you.
I would follow, of course.
Of course. You follow Jasper. And there you're left alone in the middle of the town.
Yeah, I guess I'll go check in on the dogs.
Yeah, you go check it in the dogs. They're so happy to see you. Jonas and John are there. They've been watching after your dogs and they're having a good chat. But as you approach, they kind of wave you over and they have a small meal prepped for you. They have done cooking in your kitchen. Not that you've given them permission, they've just done it. But it's a nice meal. Your dogs are happy to see you. They want their butt scratched like all dogs do. It's a nice day.
Cool. I'll play with them together and then play with them one at a time. And if I got time, maybe I'll take a nap.
Yeah, you can definitely take that nap.
Great.
Yeah. I think Teresa's going to go home and she's going to sit at her table and she is going to pull out the tarot cards for the first time in a minute. I don't think she's read them since they came up blank that one time.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Oh goodness. Let me get my tarot card deck. So,
I'm also fine to spend an XP on a player intrusion to get a vision of what's going on here.
of course.
I think I'm going to do that. I'll spend an XP. I got plenty to spare. So,
Of course. So, do you pull the cards?
pull the cards.
All right. Pulling 6 or 5?
Say 5.
Okay. You flip the first one over. The High Priestess. Flip the second one over. Justice. Third, the Devil. Fourth, the Tower. 5, the Hierophant. And for those who don't understand tarot card readings, the High Priestess. You're aware of feminine power within, intuitive, conscious at a spiritual level, looking for guidance and answers and a secret to be revealed. You desire a wise guide to help you address your concerns and questions, and you have the intuition to do so. For justice, you want a fair and righteous outcome, whether it concerns business or relationships or the world in general. You are in the right, at least you feel so, to whatever decision you come across or approach. The Devil. You're afraid of it, things being out of your control. It's hard to resist the temptations being put in front of you. Whether it's money or deals or what have you, it's hard to resist. It's not a positive outcome. You might focus your doubts here. And then there's the Tower. It's disruptive change, and it's inevitable, and it's painful sometimes. But seeing it through does make you a stronger person. For the Hierophant, you're simply struggling to conform, to adapt. You're having a crisis of faith, of self, or something very unsettling is on a spiritual level. You're asking yourself who you really are. And as these cards spread out in front of you, you see Owen's hand touch the Devil, pull it away from the deck, and then push the Priestess towards you, Theresa. And then he slides the Tower over, removes the Hierophant towards the Devil, and then pushes Justice so that it stands in between you, the Devil. It stands alone. Owen sits quietly down beside you, leans forward on his hand, and he says, Love is not a burden or a curse. Remember that.
Oh, it ain't a curse, but I don't believe you that it ain't a bird. We do what's right because we love, and that's a burden we bear. I loved Owen, and I have that burden of feeling like I gotta do right by him. He made a sacrifice. You may be wearing his face, but don't think that garners you any sympathy from me.
The thing that wears Owen's face shifts unnaturally for a moment and then rights its shoulders and leans forward. When did you start distinguishing me from Owen? We have a deal.
I didn't say we didn't have a deal. I need what you give me, and I think you need me for something. But I'm not one of your gray ladies. I'm not going to hold people hostage. I'm not going to hold deals over their head. So if that's a non-starter, you know where the door is.
There's just a soft chuckle from the thing that wears Owen's face, and he says, "They ain't my gray ladies. I'm much older than the thing that hunts you. You just woke me up. That's all."
Are you the thing they call the inner dark?
Yeah, I suppose. All things serve me in the end.
You know, it feels fitting that you be around a town like this. What how do I what do you want me to do?
What a dangerous question.
Feel like it's also dangerous to not know.
There's a very long pause from the thing that wears Owen's face. And it says, "Meet them at the center."
We went to the town square. Nothing showed its face.
Is that where it all started?
That's what I thought.
You didn't go to the center. You went to the end, where the crack pierced the glass.
All right. I'll go there.
Good. It stands and smooths the vest you gave Owen at one point. Christmas present, probably. Velvet, striped. Turns, looks to Jasper. Yeah, this will be fun. And it just goes.
what has this looked like from Jasper's point of view?
Okay, so I was gonna say that probably when we got in, I just didn't want to interrupt you. I would have probably just laid down on the couch to nap because I'm kind of hurt. So, and then question. So I have recover. It says you can make an extra recovery roll each day. This roll is just one action, so you can make 2 recovery rolls that each take 1 action, one roll that takes 10 minutes, a fourth roll that takes 1 hour, and a fifth roll that requires 10 hours of rest. So what, if anything, can I do with that exactly?
So you can roll your d6 plus your level. For the first 10 minutes. If you take a nap for an hour, you can roll a second roll for another d6 plus your level.
Okay.
And you can recover your points towards that, how much you roll. If you want to roll more, you would have to take a day off, basically.
Okay. So then I think I'll do like the 1 hour nap situation, and that's let you kind of do your own thing. And then if you want to wake me up after that and tell me what happened and we can go or something, then that's fine. Let me roll that real quick.
Good. As this is going on, Jonas, there, kind of glances up at you and says, "Got any plans for night?"
I feel like if I do, then I'll end up breaking them. So I think I'm just gonna rest.
Yeah, of course. Do you need anything? I can go to town, bring something back for us.
Bite to eat, maybe.
Cheddar bread, potatoes.
I'm always down for that.
Sounds good. Kind of stands and stretches a bit too much. You hear his back pop, and he just kind of grumbles in dissatisfaction. And he says, "My brother should be here in like two days. So if you want to meet him."
Has he mentioned his brother before?
He's mentioned that there would be a couple people coming from Lexington to Timber to help with the union. He didn't specify that they were his brothers, but from what he stated, it's fairly easy to jump to the conclusion or conclude that they are one and the same.
Sure. I'd be happy to meet your family. Didn't realize it was your brother that was gonna be here. You guys close?
Yeah, I mean, we're about 7 years apart, but yeah, we're fairly close.
Older or younger?
Older, I'm the youngest.
You got that younger brother energy. I can see it.
Yeah, yeah. Growing up on the lakes, he and I terrorized the entire town. But hey, good folk. Anyways, I'll go get us some dinner. John's somewhere.
John's always somewhere.
Yeah, boy needs a hobby. More than gardening.
All right. Well, maybe he just needs to find his calling.
His calling is wrecking your shop as he kind of opens the door.
I don't even want to know.
Maybe
Not
you
ready.
shouldn't.
Not ready for that reality just yet.
Yeah. Well, good news, it's not on fire. Just a lot of things burn as he steps out.
Hmm.
Dogs kind of follow him out halfway down the path before they turn around and walk back up to you and sit down next to you, leaning against you as dogs do when they want pats.
I give him pats, but I'm not territorial. They like Jonas. I like Jonas. It works out.
They're more, they like you a lot more just because you took them in. And they're just making sure that Jonas gets down the path nice and safe, more or less.
All right.
As you're sitting there and enjoying your doggy pats, is there anything you'd like to do?
No, I don't got much. I'm just exhausted and need this little break.
Of course.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And you can take your break and you relax and ease into a nap as you wanted. As much as a nap as you're allowed with two very large dogs crowding in your bed.
Oh, I think it probably helps with someone like Dare. All right, so I get to roll something, don't I? For
Yeah, D6 plus your level.
D6 plus 12. Thank you.
Not a problem.
And I can do that for across the board, like with might, speed, and intellect. I have damage in all of them. Just gonna choose where to allocate them, or does it have to be might?
It will have to be one pool first, and once that's topped up, then you go to the next pool.
Got it. But it can be part of the same nap if I get to the top.
Yeah.
Great. Excellent.
Yes. I think so. I'm going to say yes, just for
Great.
simplicity's sake.
Great.
And plus, I don't want to look up the roll right now.
Yeah, I can't. I have my reference sheet here, and I can't find it easily either. So.
Yeah, it's more of I don't want to spend 20 minutes looking for a clarifying roll.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fair.
Plus, it's fine. Like you guys worked hard. You beat 3 very high level NPCs, so
I slept hard. I rolled a 6. So
very nice.
Nice.
I should say, if you roll a 1 on your health recoveries, it does not count as a GM intrusion. Just re-roll the ones.
do you really think I would tell you?
Good to know,
Roll
because
a
I
one
definitely rolled one of the ones I
during-
rolled was a 1.
Please.
During
I
a
should've-
nap?
Please, I'm so sorry. I forgot to clarify that a while ago. That is my bad. Please do not tell me
Awesome.
you've got a 1, because it's fine. You do not need those GM intrusions while you are
Mhm.
recovering.
That's okay. I was slow to realize that we needed to increase our might, speed, and/or intellect as we leveled up. So I came close to death and didn't need to come close to death in some of these previous fights. So we're all learning. We'll get it. We'll get it eventually.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Just in time for the season to end. That's how I feel when I start any new game. It's
The old gods are you now. It took a long time, but
GG, you died. Now you're all the old gods.
Mhm.
Well
that's
done.
the twist. That's the twist.
Sweet, but I'm up to 23.
Nice.
Fantastic.
But yes, you can all recover as you need or as you wish, taking the information you've gathered or wanted. Jonas eventually does come back and cooks you a nice meal there as you rest, and it's a nice, more or less, corned beef and potatoes with a little bit of cheese.
I'll take it, and let him know that I appreciate it.
Of course. As the day kind of wears on, you've woken up from your naps and recovered. Is there anything you'd like to do? As some of you've been given a very explicit invite.
Yep. I have prepared some ham sandwiches, wrapped them in paper, because I'm gonna go tell Mr. Dare that he has to go back to the mine. And I want to come with gift in hand.
Yeah. Is it the chipped ham, like the really nice
Mhm.
Midwestern? Yes. of
Yeah,
course.
you like, yeah, she cooked a whole ham and like this is just
Mhm,
knife
mhm.
cuts off of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Chipped ham's the best ham. I will not take any other answer.
All right, I'm giving orders for my dogs to attack anyone with a job or anything. Oh my gosh.
As Jasper stirs, Theresa says, well, we were right. We need to go to the mine, we need to go to not the center of town, the center of what's happening.
Of course we do.
Yep. Here's a sandwich. And
Awesome. Thank you.
you see that she puts the other one in like her apron pocket and for Dare.
Mm-hmm. Softening the blow.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I worry that he's not eating enough on his own.
Yeah. It's not so good with the taking care of himself thing.
So yeah, I
I
guess
can hear you. This is not.
we'll head over to
Alex is right here on my.
Yeah, we'll head over to DAIRE's. Knock on the door.
Just turn my camera off. Oh, there it goes. It's finally focused. Yeah. You get a nice knock on your door there, Dare.
I don't answer. I open the door and I probably see the look on your faces, and I'm like, and I just start packing.
I have to expected a no and a closed door.
Mhm. No, I honestly like the way the town center was described and stuff. It felt like the normalcy there was almost incompatible with where we have sort of the journey that we've been on. And I know the Lord of the Rings has not yet been published, but the idea of you can't go back again. You come back home and you've changed based on the soldier's experience. And I think that's kind of what we've experienced with this. And Dare's like I think I'm the wrong one. Maybe, what if it's me is the wrong? We can't find the wrongness in the center of town. Everyone else is doing okay. What if we're the ones who were changed by this? By these horrors or by this experience, not the town. We don't have to fix anything with them. It's us that's the problem. So anyway, that's kind of probably where he probably wouldn't be able to articulate any of that. But instead, he's just like, it makes more sense for him to be there than in this normalcy. This is the odd place for him. So having said that, you got a sandwich? Is that a sandwich in your apron?
Oh yeah, she has like pulled it out and it's like handing it to you. She's
Yeah, I'll take it. No, I'll take a sandwich. That looks good. Thank you.
yeah, a little something for the road.
Yeah, as you say that, he's like it's half in his mouth, and
Mhm.
yeah,
No,
I'll
no,
save
yeah.
part of it for no, it's good. And I put it with the with my pocket biscuits, what's left of it. But I have devoured most of that sandwich. Very good.
Reminds me of those kids who ate their food too soon on a school trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Exactly that.
definitely a kid that would have failed the marshmallow test. So
Was that you? Reminds me
like-
of this kid. You don't know.
No, I was never given the marshmallow test, so
I feel like so often in elementary schools they would collect our lunches, and like some teacher would hold on to all of the lunches.
I
For
was
that
never
reason, I assume.
I was never given the marshmallow test as something that someone would say if they failed the marshmallow test. I'm just saying. Like,
look,
no,
I grew up in the middle of
no
Ohio.
there
and
was
there
no
was
marshmallow.
marshmallow test.
There was no marshmallow. I never was given a test. I don't know what we were talking about.
I had to memorize states. Look.
Also grew up in Ohio.
Look,
Also, there was never enough marshmallows. So
it's fine. I took them all. I stole them all. It's fine. Anyways, as you're kind of making your way up the trail to the coal mine, it's a familiar path to you now. The trees are dancing in the breeze, beautiful rays kind of cascading through the forest itself. You get to the fork in the road that will lead you towards the river, and one that leads you up towards the mine. That rock kind of in the middle, still stained with a dark red marking on it, reminding you of Silas. This is where he died, after all. This is where his wife made that deal. Do you go up to the mountain?
I don't know if Theresa verbalizes it, but this is definitely like she knows this is the point of no return. If we go there, we're in it. I mean, we already were in it, but this is another step, I think she'll just like give you all a glance as we get here, just to gauge how you're feeling.
I don't think that this seems significant to Dare as far as the many points of no return. It just almost the entire thing probably feels inevitable to him.
I'm wondering if we want to do the smallest bit of retcon to say that we left a note for Beatrice so that when they're here for the next episode, there's a
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine.
um,
Yeah, she does have to work occasionally.
Yeah.
She does have to run the library now and then. Yeah.
We can't keep monopolizing all our time.
All right, we head up.
Yeah, I don't feel like we have much choice here,
No.
We've done a lot of shit and now we gotta
You can go to the river.
always trying to give us the beach episode.
We're gonna do a beach episode, I swear. So help me. But as you go up towards the mountain, up towards the coal mine, the thing that seems to reach up tragically for the past, grasping at your ankles, trying to hold and distill fear into you. Force gradually becomes quieter and quieter, till the only thing you hear is just your footsteps and breathing, the rustling of your clothes. Then, like a great yawn, the trees part, and you're in the clearing that leads right up to the mine's entrance. And standing there, adjusting his glasses, is a tall, dark-haired man, handsome, long, dark coat, and he's looking up at the mountain. Skinny little thing. Hardly a threat to any of you. Hand on his hips. As you approach, he turns and kind of gives you a wave and says, "Howdy."
How do you do?
Give a nod.
Yeah, same.
So, what y'all doing here?
Well, I'm pretty sure we were invited.
Ah, yeah, well, that seems correct, yeah. That seems correct.
And you are?
Oh, he kind of places his hand on my chest. I'm so sorry, my manners have slipped me completely. I'm much better at this. Usually, I'm just in shock and awe about all of you meeting all of you. 10-year plan up in smoke. But that's why I play these games. That's why I enjoy these games, because it's a gamble. No. I'm just a humble man, and you can call me anything you like. I think the most recent name I was called was a bastard. Well, that's fine. You don't have to call me that. You can just call me, Owen. You can call me George. You can call me Silas or John or Jonas. Whatever name you wish.
Are we to take this as all of those people are just manifestations of this guy?
No, you get the sense he's threatening you by using those specific names. In a cheerful, gentlemanly way.
Well, not really sure what to call you. That's a lot of names.
I don't know, somebody who gambles with other people's lives? Asshole?
That would be a lot of assholes in the world. particularly the men who are currently getting geared up and ready to fight a war.
War?
He just smiles. Don't you worry about it. It's gonna be spectacular.
No, Theresa keeps that internal. She's disgusted by calling a war spectacular. Like, she's old enough to remember World War One, and yeah,
World War II hasn't quite happened yet.
yeah, exactly. She's old enough to remember the Great War.
All right, so I think I'll stick with bastard then. That works for me.
That's perfectly fine. I could be Mr. Bastard or just Bastard. That's good with me. I'll take no offense to it.
Why are you here? Why have you summoned us?
Oh, it wasn't a summon, it was an invitation. You could have chosen not to come. I've been perfectly fine. My feelings would have been hurt, don't get me wrong. I just wanted to meet all of you. You're quite spectacular. Not in the light up the sky spectacular. No, that's the gifts of the stars. Now you see here, my good friends. I just wanted to meet persons and people. I foiled a good 10-year-long plan. I was going to collect in a few days' time, but I have nothing to collect now.
Then why are you here?
I suppose I get a little mad when my own get a little hurt. And as far as I can tell, you've eliminated 3 of my own right off this earth. That's okay. I forgive you. Forgiveness is something people do, yeah?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I get a little annoyed too, though.
Mm.
At the same thing. When people of mine get hurt.
That's perfectly reasonable, Mr. Dare. It's only human after all.
Well, that's all we got. Being human.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, I came to collect. And I intend to collect. It's just a matter who or what I collect.
Is this a negotiation?
Everything's a negotiation, Mr. Dare. You know that. You run unions. Don't
I
you?
don't. Nope.
Didn't your pappy think, oh, what a fine young man, way out in California, running those mines, my fine boy will be the best. He almost told you once. Then mine collapsed on him. Sad day.
There's been a lot of sad days.
Of course, that is the folly of humanity. Would you like to meet the man who caused your pappy's death? I can give him to you as part of this negotiation.
You speak as if we have contracts with you.
No, by all means, no. You do not. I simply just want to know if you want to negotiate as someone who's, he gestures to the mountain behind him. ruined a nice 10-year plan. You could have kept your mouths and eyes shut, and you didn't. Instead, you answered the call to some whitewash upstart magic user who wanted to free his beloved. Love is a burden. Love's a curse. Makes us fold over and over again, but none of that now. I just
What
want to know, do you want to help?
what do you love?
Myself, of course.
Oh, that makes sense. Why you called love a burden.
Hmm. It's a burden to look after oneself. I gotta look. He kind of gestures to himself. Fine.
Well, I mean, of course love's a burden, but none of us look at that way. Because it's also a joy when you love something other than yourself.
I suppose so. I do love gambling, and I do love games.
Does it matter if you win or lose?
Sometimes.
It sounds to me like you already lost your hand, though. Why don't you just take what you got, cash out, go home?
Well, that's the thing. As he kind of rocks back on his heels, I did lose all but one card. And that card's up for negotiation. Because I got curious as to what you'd all do. This has evolved beyond just a simple game now. It's beyond contracts. This is a curiosity, and that's important. I give you a piece of this little puzzle. I let you spin your yarn and go out as you wish. Will you stop me? Will you triumph over me? Will you save him? Or will you just let it be? It would be easier, one way or the other. But I'm curious because I like games. Even if I have a losing hand. Fair's fair after all.
Who is it?
Little Nell's father made a deal that started all this. Gray Lady has just kind of capitalized on that chaos and pain, and your little green man did everything to stop them. And we just became this trifold of nothing and everything and complexity and fortune. He's your last little tick off the box. So, my offer is you let me collect. Let Nell be raised by people other than her father. That's fine. Nobody really gets hurt, and the man who started all this pays for what he did. Get your Owen's rest, you get your friend's rest, and you, Mr. Gare, get your union established, and everything's good and fine. Or you rescue sweet little Nell's father, and maybe it all falls apart. Who knows?
Does it have to be a war?
No, it doesn't have to be a war. Nothing has to be a war.
Can it be a trade?
I like trades. It's gotta be a mighty good one, though. See, souls are not equivalent. One made out of hate is not as good as one made out of love.
You trade me for Nell's dad?
What can you offer me, Mr. Dare? 10 years of this town suffering, like he did?
Nope. You get me and nothing else.
Curious deal.
But you get to walk away.
Oh, I get to walk away. I get to walk away.
I
From
mean, if
what?
you're going to balk at all of our offers, perhaps you might walk away with nothing today.
Oh, I'm not balking. I'm just curious as to what else is there. What else you sliding across my table? I'm liking the first opening bid. Mr. Dare's soul for one soul is pretty good.
I'm a little unclear on some details of your previous arrangements. You said that Nell's father made a deal. Why haven't you collected? You're clearly a powerful being. You clearly got an agenda. You clearly know what's yours. Why haven't you already taken, collected, and gone your own way?
I told you, Miss Theresa. This is beyond collecting now. I am curious. And I want to know what you'll do. So far, I've got a soul. He points to you, Dare. For a soul.
Love ain't a curse. And the only burden in love is to do right by the people you love. Mr. Dare honestly probably loves everyone else in this town more than himself. And I love Dare. I love Jasper. I love this town. And I'm going to do what I need to do to protect it. If you're trying to extract more than your fair share, I ain't going to stand for that.
What are you going to do, Miss Theresa?
During Miss Teresa's speech, I'm finishing the sandwich.
Yeah.
Fueling up.
Yeah, Bastard doesn't seem to mind as you're enjoying your sandwich.
My eyes are on him the entire time.
The image of you just with sustained eye contact as you eat a sandwich is just so good.
While standing up. Yeah, it's
I love it.
kind of soft eyes.
You can hear the crinkling of the wax paper. Like,
True.
I think the more important question here is what will you do if I say you get nothing today?
Well, you have 2 days' time, so I can walk away with nothing today. That's perfectly fine. But I will collect in 2 days. I like my games, but I also like seeing them end. Thanks for meeting me. Yeah, generous and mighty folk.
Also, you talk of her father like he did something horrible, acting out of love of a child, an innocent, and you hold that over his head? It's honestly pathetic.
Perhaps. But he could have said no to the deal. Ain't that a kick in the head? As he just chuckles as he walks past all of you. Let them cards fly and let them cards fly straight. I can't wait to see your hands.
I know ain't always a choice, and I think you know that. And that tells me all I need to know about you.
Bastard stops halfway down the trail and turns to you. There's always a choice. People just ain't willing to pay that price. That's why I like humans so much.
And what prevents us from doing to you what we did to your gray ladies?
Nothing. Just, I can't kill in a way that's meaningful. So, I'll come back. Take care. I'm gonna go have some of that mighty nice moonshine George is making in his shack. Hope you have a good day, folks. Turns back around and walks away.
I think Theresa, she'll actually spit on the ground and mumble a curse word or two under her breath about all this. Well, I'm out of my depth. I
Same.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of good options here. I mean, I'm more than happy to try and fight him, but
Not the
I don't know
phrase
that
I'd
that's gonna
use,
get us
but
anywhere.
same. Yeah.
I think Theresa actually starts crying a little bit. She's like, I'm just trying to do what's right here, and I'm tired of fighting people. I don't want to kill no one. I'll do it.
Put my hand on your back.
I'll do it though. Just so people have a goddamn chance.
Well, Bastard's getting drunk. Should we see if we can find Nell's dad while he's occupied?
Yeah, let's see what that was all about.
Yeah.
And we think he's in the mine. Is that the thinking, or is you got another theory?
Mm.
Oh yeah. Would we even know where he is? Like, do we know if was in town or anything, or we haven't seen
You
hiding
haven't
our hair?
seen, yeah, you haven't seen Sack, and well, since you started to go after the Grey Ladies.
All right, I guess it's time to play a little game of hide and seek, I guess. But do we think he has him and he's going to collect at some other point?
You're not sure.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
I mean, We
And we
can.
can start at his house and go from there.
I wasn't there for the tarot reading, but what I remember, and we probably communicated, was there something about going further than we went before, or was that more about that there's more hidden, like more metaphorical, there's more hidden here than we've explored?
Yeah. I'm going to talk about the table because, like, I've tried to process all this. Yeah. So Owen moved the high priestess, and like justice stands between myself and this devil figure, and it was the devil in the tower, right?
The Hierophant.
The Hierophant. Okay.
Yeah. So the devil and doubt were moved above justice.
Okay. All right. I think yeah, I think we need to go further. I think we need to look deeper. I think we need to be resolute. Yeah, we can. This is the center of everything. This piece of mountain is where everyone's making their stand. So maybe it has answers too.
Once more into the mine.
Yeah. So that's what
Right.
we're doing. Going back in the cave again.
I mean, we could do the beach day. We don't have very many sessions left.
I mean, you could totally do the beach day. Like, you can go across the river Styx.
You know what?
Fine.
We've saved the town a lot. I mean, how
You
many
deserve a
times?
day off. You deserve some time.
Yes, we do
Maybe
have 2 days. And
if Timber is in this much trouble, maybe it wasn't supposed to be around, you know, for the 50s.
Change of plans. Just let it go under. It's fine. Whatever.
It's fine. Wipe it clean.
Gave us the whole
what's one more
remote-
Appalachian ghost town, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Start
I mean,
fresh. Jesus.
I mean, us in the modern world, we've never heard of Timber, right? So who are we to fuck with history?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah, this guy says that's a real story. Timber is actually a ghost town. No.
I haven't done the research. I probably should. All right.
Spoiler alert, we're all stuck in a death loop. We're
No,
just reliving our deaths.
fully Teresa's in her head, like imagine her feet in the banks of the like sitting on the bank, her feet in the water. Like
Y'all, I just realized we've been playing this game for 10 years.
Long time.
Okay.
Like John would love to go to the river, right? Like, come on.
yeah.
John's your big brother's big sister kid that you've taken on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go back towards the mine. The door that you had to wiggle your way open opens it again. The stone and lumber is still there. But as you kind of step into the mine itself, the tree that was there has bloomed into a grove. And there is peace here. The magic is thick through the air, and there's a harmony, almost juxtaposition to the intensity and fear outside of this cave, outside of the mine. The green is well and truly established within this place. And you dare, now that you kind of think back on it. Bastard couldn't enter the green. He's not of the green. He's of the darkness. This space is safe for you. You realize through clever manipulation that Bastard told you things, yes. And he gestured to the mine, yes. But he couldn't go past where you are.
I share that with the group. And I think that, I probably put this in the most crude way possible, and I'm hoping that somebody else will be able to translate and make it like a practical plan out of this. But we've been thinking about the mine as the scary place that we're trying to push back and keep from encroaching into the town, corrupting the town, and turning everything to shit. But what if this the green what if the mine is the pure place, the place that could protect the town? And what if what we need to do is expand the green to encompass the whole town? Is that a bad idea? Is that the kind of idea that got us into trouble in the first place? Or is that how do we fuck this guy's shit up?
I mean, I mean, honestly, like, I'm learning as I go here, but I've been reading the books that Jonas has. Um, I've learned some protection charms and stuff. Yeah, we have this sanctuary. Maybe we can change the boundaries of it.
Is there a downside? Assuming we succeed and the cost is reasonable, is there a downside to the green's boundaries being expanded to include timber?
Roll magic. Any of you.
Yep, I'm gonna roll.
That's all you, T.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, watch I roll a 20, but I still don't know what it means.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Really?
They're
Yeah,
really
I-
nice trees, Dare.
I have an inability in everything magic.
I am specialized in understanding magic, so. And I rolled a, what did I roll? Where is it? 17.
Nice. There would be no downside into expanding the green. The green is protection. Green is the goodwill of people, of the world, of nature. You understand that nature has its dark sides. Of course, it can be ugly as hell, but nature can be fucking beautiful too. And that's what the green encompasses. And this green has purified the mountain, at least the coal mine. You don't see or feel press of ghosts or haunts and anything wicked. This place is good. And the fact the bastard was not so much lying to you, but omitting the truth in a way that he wasn't outright telling you about everything. You know that he wants this place. Perhaps he's asking for a little more than just a soul here. What opposes the darkness but a brilliant, blinding light?
Yeah, Theresa will say, this place is probably the best thing we got going for us. It provides, it protects. I don't see no downside in making the whole town part of the green. I mean, life and death, those things will go on. Those cycles always do. But I think it can truly bring something beautiful. And it's I think that's the right route to take, DAIRE, to bring us into the protection of this place.
All right. I hope you'll tell me when I have a bad idea, though.
Well, every bad idea you've had so far, I've been right there backing you up. So I don't know if I can promise that.
That's what I'm afraid of.
All
All right. To the library, to Jonas.
Yeah, let's look into what we can do here to get this going.
As a last resort, we could slap around Applejack until he remembers something. But I hate to do that to him.
Oh, yeah. I feel like at this point we put him through enough. We gotta let him just live out his mortal life. I don't know what'll happen to him after, but I also don't know what happened to me after. So
I just, I know we're gonna have to make some hard decisions. I just gonna throw that out there as a last resort.
yeah, we can always see if he remembers something, but I don't have a strong feeling he does, and I'm inclined to leave him alone. But yeah, you're right. As a last resort, we need to keep that in our pocket.
And we got to think of what if he's really is a changing man and wants to do right, then I don't know, keeping him in ignorance, it's not as much of a, easy choice as it first seems to me. Especially if he loses his new home in the process, just because we decided to keep him in the dark. All right,
Yeah.
Jonas or the library?
Yeah, let's see if Jonas knows anything. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You head back down to the mountain, and the tree line almost closes in behind you as you kind of wind your way down. Sound of birds and natural wildlife kind of return slowly to your ears as you make your way closer and closer to the town of Timber. That oppressive, tense feeling still lingers, but somewhat lessened, as if a firm hand is constantly either on your shoulder or pressed against your back. As you make your way towards DAIRE's home, where Jonas is hanging out, you find him kind of sitting there reading a book, and he looks up and he gives you all a smile. Says, "Hey, how you doing?"
doing as well as we can, I guess. We have honestly a harebrained scheme going on.
All right.
It was entirely Miss Teresa's idea.
100%. I'll take responsibility for that for sure.
Believe it, yeah.
And she'll explain that inside the mine is currently a sanctuary protected by the green. I don't know how to do what I want to do, but Is there a way we can expand that? Make this place all under the protection of the green?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty easy. Remember the tree I planted?
Mm-hmm.
Well, trees have saplings, and well, anything that's touched the green can kind of plant them.
I gotcha. So there's
So
and like, just so I remember, there's plant life and trees growing in the
yeah,
inside the mine.
it's a grove at this point.
All right.
Well, we do know somebody who's got a newfound love of gardening.
Absolutely, we do.
Who really needs a job?
He really needs the idle hands are
Focused
truly being the
task.
devil's workshop with that boy.
Should have named him Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed. Huh.
uh, all right, I guess I got a task for my boy to do. Like,
I think we're all needing to be put to work.
yeah, absolutely.
Jonas will take out some papers, organizing. You see that he has the Daring Union off to one side that he's been working and organizing, putting officers in and whatnot. But he sets that aside. And he writes, "What are you calling yourselves?"
Oh no. I didn't think we'd have to come up with a party name.
Why don't we take a break and then see what we come up with after we get back? But our characters, only for a half a second, said...
And we do go to break, as Jonas says, willing and raring to help you.
Awesome. All right, folks. We'll be
Okay.
back in 10 to 15. Hope to see you soon.
And welcome back. So we left off with Jonas asking the party, "What are you calling yourselves?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to think about that.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't forget.
No, why would you?
My immediate thought was I'm a Kinks fan, or at least I listened to a lot of Kinks in my life. So the Village
Yes.
Green Preservation Society was one of them. Or I just popped into Canada not too long ago, so maybe Timbits.
Adorable. All I can think is, oops.
Oops.
How about compromise Village Green Timbits?
I love it. Go.
All right, you are now the Village Green Timbits. Explaining that to Heck, it's going to be fun. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to say this is your name now.
Mhm.
So, Village Green Timbits is written across a piece of paper in neat writing, and Jonas starts making a list of tasks and chores and things that can be accomplished by all of you. You have to find John. He's John. But you can start to look for him as Jonas is making this list of tasks for you guys.
Gotta be muddy footprints somewhere.
I'm sure
Right.
the dogs can help.
Yeah, dogs know John pretty well at this point. But you can do a survival tracking, looking, searching role. I think that's still fall under intelligence. Or a speed if you have something that will allow you to move a bit faster to find John. You can do that as well. I'm not going to be fussed here.
I'll just roll intellect. Why not?
Sure.
A nat 20.
Sure. Okay.
Well, there you go.
This is why the cipher system tells you to roll even on like 0 level tasks. It's like you might get
Yeah.
a 20 and you get something
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. So get your XP for that. Don't forget it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't forget if you roll ones or 20s, you get your XPs. So yeah, with a not 20 and with the help of Daire's puppies, you do find John, and he is out out in the woods, kind of crouched near what looks to be a hollowed tree, and he's just staring intently into it when you find him. His hands are on his knees, he's just hunched over as if he's waiting for something.
Hey, Jack.
He turns his head and goes, shh.
Are we waiting for something?
Yes. He turns back to the tree and waits for a moment longer. And about a good 10 minutes pass before you see a stoat kind of worm its way out of the tree, looks at all of you, makes a very kind of weird squeaky sound, and scuttles away. Those who don't know what stoats are, they're kind of a weasel. Very rare in today's society, but they're rather cute. And after it runs away, John kind of stands up and turns to you. Okay, what do you need?
We're we're gonna plant some trees,
Okay,
and we kind of need your help with that.
I am the best gardener here.
That's why I came to find you.
Exactly.
Of course.
We need to gather some saplings from a
Okay.
particular place, and we're gonna plant them around town. I imagine we like kind of like made a map of where we're gonna plant these trees.
Yeah, you would understand that every town has a boundary, and Timber's no different. So you can easily find boundary lines within the map. In fact, let's see. Yeah, this is right. You have the map of the town. And it's sprawling with the river kind of cutting through it. And you know where the boundaries are. They're in a big circle just outside the furthest house there. And you have quite the task to do. But you can do it. You have help. You have people. Jonas is there to tell you how far you can plant these trees apart, but John's there. He's like, I got this. I'm the best, and he's ready and raring to go.
Awesome.
All
Well,
right.
we got 2 days.
You do have 2 days, and it's a very long 2 days because you have to go up and down that mountain a lot. But I will say, all of you can make me a might roll. This is to see if there's any hindrances or how well you do, because you are hauling trees, you're hauling saplings, you're walking up and down these mountains, you are doing an endurance test you did not train for.
So for maybe Jasper, because I know you have a special skill here.
Yeah, but it only lasts for 10 minutes. I have muscles of iron, but it's only a 10-minute thing.
Oh, don't you have a skill like in moving things though? I thought you did.
Oh, I practiced on moving things.
Oh, okay. That's normal then. Okay, never mind.
I rolled a 1.
Yep.
I'd like to do the XP thing if I could, and
Sure.
pretend that never happened. So what does that cost me? Just 1 XP?
Yeah,
10 XP?
1 XP.
And I get to re-roll.
Yep.
Okay.
In the meantime, I rolled a nat 20 again.
Oh, wow.
Because you are mighty and I am dare. I rolled
Teresa
a
is not mighty
5.
though.
How many times can I use XP to re-roll?
I'll give you I'll give you another one. I mean, as long as you have XP, you
I
can keep
do.
rolling.
All right. My God.
Maybe you can get up above a 10 today.
All right. I rolled a 13.
Yay! So,
Oh,
what
and
did
the
you
other thing,
roll,
I think
Jasper?
the thing that you were thinking now might be also we bumped my might defense up to specialized.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's just a flat roll 11.
11. 11. Between
Mhm.
11, 13, and a nat 20, you do really good work. I will say, excuse me, you get a little over halfway done by the end of, not the end of the second, like 2 days' time, but the end of second day when you started this. And you're all taking break, lunchtime, all of you. Jonas and John are there with you. They're mapping out boundaries and putting up various charms. John has really gotten good at making God's eyes, which are a unique form of yarn and twigs made by localized people that wards away evil. It's a protection charm. And he's making a very pretty one. And he holds it up to everyone, and it's a beautiful array of green and red. This little diamond-shaped God's eye held together by twigs and tension, making this kind of unique charm. And he hands it over to you, Dare, and says, "This one's for you."
What does it do?
You know what? I don't know. I just like them. He looks very proud of himself. They look pretty.
Well, thank you.
Hmm. He goes back to making another one, holding two sticks as he starts making the same pattern again, enjoying himself.
What did he call this again?
A God's eye.
God's eye.
It's very going to be showing a lot of my Appalachian heritage here. It's two twigs held together by yarn in a pattern that loops over each other and eventually forms out to be a diamond. And it can be done in any color. They are a old protection charm carried off from the old world.
Oh yeah, we totally appropriated those and made those as craft when I was a kid in Ohio. So that makes total
Yes,
sense. Okay.
yes,
I just yeah,
yes.
Googled the image.
Yes, the Appalachian culture took to it quite well and has made it part of their culture. Um, but yeah, he's making God's eyes basically for all of you, these unique little charms. And once he's done, he looks very proud of himself, has no idea what they actually do or how they function. He just likes them. And as he finishes, his hands come to rest, and for the first time, you see him become still. A normally active ADHD young man, always moving about, is just still.
We call it
And there's
brash in this game, but okay.
Brash. He's calm for once, and you just see a look of peace kind of settle over him as he's enjoying this nice, lovely day with all of you around him. There's time to reflect, as one does over a meal in the mountainside, marking the borders of a town, with trees made from the green grove that's growing in the mountain that once held a star as prisoner. Long way from whence you came, looking down the path. But you should be proud. Making changes as the world continues and turns on and on. Whether it be John, whether it be timber itself, or you. There's just change. And that's important.
This is something I could get used to. This feels like good work. You know what I mean?
Feels like something we can understand. Plant a tree, go on to the next one.
It is true. It's good. And perhaps since all this first started, this is a good normal. But devil makes work of idle hands, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to get back to work. So,
I
roll
feel
me
like.
another might. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're gonna ask for another might roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you can continue on as you're making this roll. We can resolve one thing before the other.
No, it's fine. And 18.
A whopping 2 for me.
Trying to get back to the foundry. Hang on a second. There it is. 10.
Takes a little bit more, but Theresa, you're all keeping everybody in high spirit. Dare, you keep getting pestering by John, who seems to have taken his personal mission of talking upon you. And Jasper, Jonas is helping you out here and there, but you two get distracted quite easily by the wildlife and nature, and it takes a little bit longer today. Don't get all the way done, but you get a good quarter of the way there. Next day is last day. And Devil hasn't come talking to you yet, but you've seen him. Bastard has been wandering the town talking to people. Not sure what he's doing entirely. He's always cleverly one step ahead of you. You can chase him through the town, but he's always out of reach.
Have we seen Zach or his kiddo yet at all?
You've seen Nell, but you've not seen Zach.
Well, I feel like our best option is to still just finish this and finish what we started. Theresa will sing songs, probably old hymns, probably some from the something she heard her own grandmother sing from the old country.
Yeah. Mountains fill with those hymns, and peace eases the tension that's been building. But it is getting dark.
Do we know where or with whom Nell has been staying?
Neighbors, mostly. They like her. They are good to her, as far as you can tell.
Yeah, imagine we know all the folk in this town, so
Mhm.
yeah.
Somebody's not raising somebody else's child and wouldn't be Appalachia.
I mean, if we knew where Zach was, we could put him somewhere safe, but until we're done, but
Well, the whole point of this is that the whole town will be safe. when we're ready, when we're done. And I don't know if he runs off or if I'm not sure. If you want to go looking for him, though, I think me and Jack here, we can keep working on this.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, try and finish up what we can before it's too dark to work.
Good idea to split the party.
Is this the last day that we have?
This is the day before the last day.
Okay, so we still have a little bit of time then.
Yeah, you still have a little bit of time.
I say we finish the job.
Yeah. I was thinking we were on the last day and I didn't want to something to happen tonight. So yeah, then I think we'll just keep stop that face, Jen. Stop it.
Nothing bad happens in a horror game.
No, nothing ever.
Mhm.
And nothing happens right as you're about to finish something either.
You still have a day, so you're not quite finished. But you can work if you want to make me one more might roll.
How is that supposed to help? Oh, 15. I never said
No.
how could it help. I just knew for sure that I would.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sometimes you just have to be very sarcastic to your dice.
I'm spending an XP to reroll that.
Uh-huh.
18 for me. I got my second wind.
Why didn't it? That's much better. 19.
Okay. So as night kind of pushes in, you all kind of get this last win for the day, and there you realize there is a kind of pattern you can fall into, and you pick it up after John has repeatedly told you, not really shown you, just told you, and eventually he shows you, you're like, ah, that's how you do it. Because he's more about explaining rather than showing, and then once he realizes, oh, maybe I should put two and two together and actually show it how it's done. You get there, and you and John make a very good clear path. You're spreading these trees, saplings, a good 40, 50 feet apart, so you're making good headway with this boundary between the two of you. Jasper, you and Jonas finally focus up and keep going in, and you make the same pattern. Theresa, you're just singing away, and you have this boundary out flat. You figured out an easy way to poke holes, plant trees at the same time, and keep going. And it's good work for the past day and a half you've had here, and full day now, so you've had 2 days under your belt, one more day till time's up. But you worked hard, and when you get home, or at least when you head back to town, there is a bit of a party going on. Ham bean soup is out there for you. Nice sourdough bread is on display. People are having a good time. It is a summer festival here in Timber. The worries of the past seem to have melted away, and there's a bit of joy in the air. You see bunting kind of strung up neatly for this festival. There's a bonfire going on. People are catching fireflies and putting them in jars around in various places for kids and other people to look at. Moonshine is being delivered, whiskey is being served. It's a good day. It's a good evening. You can join in the festivities or you can go home.
think we deserve a little break.
I agree.
Why not?
All right.
All right.
If the
Bluegrass band is being struck up.
Oh yeah, Teresa's gonna 100% pull Jasper into some sort of two-step dance, and
Fantastic.
Yeah. It's eventually you get to square dancing, hoedowns. Commentator or the CM is giving you instructions, playing the fiddle well. It's a good feeling. Everything is lively. You are alive in a dark world. And that's important. Hope and love is important. And somebody pulls you into a dance dare. They don't really so much ask, they just take your hand and pull you in.
Yeah, that kind of has to happen. If they're gonna get me to dance. It's a young person's game. He says, and he's like 30. You know, he's this is uh, old in his soul. Yeah, he dances, enjoys the time with the town people, his friends, and who he thinks of as his family.
Good. Cider is eventually brought out to everybody. Nice crisp cider. And it's served to everybody. Dancing and merriment is well underway. People are having a good time. Children have been long sent off to bed. Storytellers have been taking up positions around the fireplace, a bonfire, are telling stories. And these are old stories too. Master storytellers. They only tell the scary stories when the kids have gone away and the adults are more privy to it. And they tell some really good spooky stories, things that are from faraway lands, of things haunting the south, vampires of all things. It's a weird little storytelling session, but it's a good one because there's flair and zazz all over the place. And it's good. Cider is pressed into each of your hands if you want it.
absolutely.
I think Dare doesn't drink in this point. I think he wants to keep his wits.
Of course.
I think Jasper will take the drink, take a couple sips of it, and then just kind of nurse it the rest of the night.
Teresa drinks it. Goes for seconds.
Yeah. They are shots at one point for you, Teresa. And you see a very concerned George just watching you as he's holding the ladle to his own moonshine. He's like, okay, Miss Teresa, I can take your cup for water.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate that.
Okay. As George pauses and then pours you another small dip of cider and presses back and says, maybe one more.
She'll wink and drink it. Like, maybe just one more.
He laughs as he goes and serves the other patrons. Once you're all enjoying yourselves, you can just kind of watch all this merriment. John has found somebody to talk to. They're sharing interests. Another young man who's about his age, and they're kind of exchanging notes. Jonas has saddled up to a nice young lady and is talking various things, particularly the union and how he wants to incorporate it. And she's just nodding along a little bit, not really saying anything. She's just nodding. It's good. Fire kind of dies down slowly and people start to disperse. Soon there's only about a handful of people just cleaning up here and there. Mostly housewives and their husbands or partners kind of putting things away. Just talking in low voices, enjoying the last remaining moments of the night. Person slides up to you, Theresa, kind of nudges the side of your elbow.
Oh yeah. Who sidles up next to me?
It's Bastard. And he turns to you, tilts his head. I love human bodies.
It's everything good about us, ain't it?
Really is. Really is.
You know, I don't hold any ill will towards you.
Oh,
Heck,
mighty fine of you.
I'm utterly neutral about you. And tonight, I don't have a care in the world. But come sunrise, you come take something that ain't yours, we might have a problem.
Mm. Do not worry, you still got a day. So, come sunrise, I'm sleeping in my bed.
Enjoy the party. And I'll just stand up and leave him where he is.
He watches you go and says, cider's mighty nice. As he takes the cup. Cider's real nice.
The best
As he
Timber has to
chuckles.
offer, as she like holds up the cup and then knocks it back.
He raises his own. I'll drink to that. Good night. As he passes by you there. Have a good night. You too, Jasper.
Be seeing
Have a
you.
good night. And he makes his way towards the grove, the tree grove. Drinking his cider.
I'm watching him go.
He just goes. Rounds the bend and vanishes out of sight. Doesn't bother you any further. Just seems he was here for the same reason you were. To have a good time.
Odd.
Oh, if I was drinking, that would have sobered me up.
Yeah. Yeah, Theresa, I think, actually switches to water at that point.
Wasn't a judgment. I just
No.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. What a weird one.
Wait. Any sign of Zach yet?
Nope.
Hmm.
The apple seller hasn't been there all night.
And someone, I'll go up to whoever's serving cider and he says and say, "Hey, I ain't seen Zach in a minute. What, where he's been keeping out of sight?"
George kind of leans forward. He's a bit tipsy at this point. He's been drinking his own supply and kind of says, kind of has a farm out towards the apples. And kind of squints. I think. He hiccups a bit. Maybe that's me. I don't know. There's a farm out that way.
All right. Maybe we'll bring some bread over to him since he couldn't make it out here.
Yeah, I think he'd like that. George kind of looks around and kind of picks up what looks to be a small bundle of wild carrots and says, "These two," and places them into your hand.
Yeah, she'll take them and um she'll kind of like, I imagine she doesn't have her apron right now, so she like will like just hold them to her for now. And
Mhm. Yeah, it's a bit awkward because George doesn't stop giving you carrots. He just keeps going to the point where you have at least 4 bushels full.
hey honey, I ain't a pack mule, all right? Like I can't carry that much.
Oh, he takes all the carrots back, and you see him stoop down, place them in something, pick it up, and hand it to you. That's better.
That'll work.
He kind of nods and kind of sits down. It's a good nap, Miss Theresa. I haven't had this much fun in a while.
On that it is. I think everyone here needed to let off a little steam.
He kind of nods, humming to himself at this point, zoning out.
I don't think we've seen a summer day like this for a while. It's a nice day.
He just nods again. I'm gonna go ask her to dance as he stands up. Thanks for talking me into it. As he goes around the table, heading towards a lady that's standing by the bonfire.
She'll kind of give him like a slap on the shoulder, like, yeah, you get over there. Like, yeah, I'll go rejoin my friends here. And
I will take the carrots from you.
Yeah, you
oh
have like 4 bushels of carrots at this point in a basket.
yeah, and yeah. At this
And a
point,
stick of
Teresa's
dynamite.
in the stick
Yeah.
of dynamite always. Yeah.
Don't forget about that. Got a couple sticks. I've got one and Dare's got one. So
That is the last case scenario. Um,
um
I'll say like George says there's some farm up near where they had the apples. He thinks he's a little in his cups right now, um but he thinks Zach might be up that way. I said I can take him some stuff and
he's free
check in
that.
on him.
Hmm.
That's what the carrots are for. I think honestly he meant to take the carrots, but now that's my responsibility, but it all works out.
Right. Well, let's head out there then.
Yeah.
All right.
Do like, uh, is the green finished enough, or what's the?
You still have another day to finish the
Okay.
green itself, so you do not have to worry about furthering your agenda today for working on the green. It is dark out, and the boundaries are quite outside the town.
Okay.
So you're still making good progress. You still have about 3 or 4 miles to do left. So I could be either done tomorrow if you put in the work. But you did good for the past few days. You've been working on this.
All right. All right. Yeah. Let's see if we can find Zach.
All right. You're moving through the dark. I will need survival roles, intelligence, or if you have a role that supports this, such as finding a path or knowing the way or anything like that, you can roll that.
Just have sensing danger. So
you can roll that as well if you wish.
Okay.
Intellect of all things. I rolled an 18. Wow. Okay.
Spending another XP because I am not dealing with that right now.
Of course.
That's better. That's a 12. So
Flat
Nice.
intellect. I only have trained in intellect defense. Flat intellect is 6.
Okay. So moving through the dark dare, you're more familiar with this path, I would say, as you're kind of leading everybody through it. It takes time to move through the dark just because you want to be careful. Theresa, you're not sensing anything dangerous as you're moving through. You're doing actually pretty good here. And you, Jasper, following DAIRE, you're able to stay true to the path and not come across too much danger. You do occasionally trip over a few rocks, but you don't hurt yourself or fall down. But that's fine. You're in good hands around you. But takes about a good hour to get here. The orchard is really far out. And you do see, kind of tucked in the distance at the barn, kind of squat, hidden, almost hidden by the rise of hills that kind of take up this area. It's painted red, as most barns were in this time, and it has a tin and slated roof.
well,
Knock on the door. I don't know.
I'm just gonna call out, Zach, you around?
Make me a perception.
That's a 12.
Don't hear anything.
All right. I'll do that a couple times, but I'll start moving towards the barn and taking a look inside.
The
Yeah,
barn doors are shut.
Okay.
The windows are too high for you to see into.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to open that?
Theresa will kind of step back and kind of like still being a little goofy, we'll just kind of bow and let you take the lead there.
I'll just chuckle and nod my head at you. And then I'll open the doors.
Make me a might defense roll.
All right. Might defense. Cool. I'm specialized in might defense now, thanks to the level up. That's a 13.
All right, make me a speed defense roll.
Okay. That is just a flat roll because I don't have anything for that. And that is a 3.
All right, make me an intellect defense roll.
You're going too far now, right? Like it's
I was just trying to open a door. Damn. That's a 5. I'm trained in intellect defense.
All right, a quick succession of things happen all at once. You open the door. The door was magically trapped. Unfortunately, didn't check for one. While you take it in stride, Jasper, you're good at taking things in stride. You still take 2 points of damage, followed up by 3 points of damage, followed by a whispering voice that says naughty naughty. And you can't move. You, Dare, and Theresa just see spurts of blood kind of fly off of Jasper's shoulder. And they're not moving.
Oh, okay. I am going to looking at what I have here. I think I'm just gonna go up to Jasper and like check, like, and see what is going on.
Yeah, make me a medicine or magical roll.
Would this be
And you
using or
dare.
understanding magic?
Understanding magic and Dare, you can do sensing lies.
Natural 20 on the sensing lies.
Well done.
18 on
Jasper, are you
understanding.
faking it? Right.
Jasper's actually the devil, guys.
Ah, nice plant. Wow.
What kept it from even me? Jeez.
Dare was the game master the whole time.
I'm just here to have cookies. They bribed me, guys.
All of your NPCs are actually PCs. And then, wait. Sorry.
Also, I do love that I didn't check for traps because Jasper, again, is inability and knowledge puzzles or problems. So why would I even think about that? Which is funny as somebody who, you know, is a rogue main in D&D.
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't imagine any of these characters just being like, we should check for magical traps before
Right.
we move forward. It's
After all of our experiences, it's fine, guys.
maybe, but I don't know. It feels out of character here and there. You're like, really? All right, cool.
I love it. No, never get me wrong. I love this. You, Theresa, see outwardly Jasper is okay, but there's some kind of magical infliction upon them. You, Dare, realize that there is an illusion in front of you. There's a falsity in front of you. It looks like an empty barn.
I say that. I said, there's something off here. It looks like an empty barn, but I don't think that's what's actually here. I don't know. Something's off. I have a great bullshit detector. I'm a tier 4 bullshit detector, and I detect bullshit.
Don't forget your XP.
I'm going to use that at some point pretty soon.
Jasper, you can make me another intellect defense roll.
Damn it, that's a 3. Trained in intellect defense.
You know what? I have a pearl, as Dare of course does, a pearl of wisdom. It's an artifact, and would I have any idea that this might help Jasper if I handed it to them?
Quite possible.
Would I have done that before they needed to roll again?
I think not, simply because you don't know what's going on. You're more focused on the lie in front of you. Theresa is
Okay.
dealing with Jasper. So,
Okay.
but as it's sort of coming together, you can act upon it now.
Okay. I'm gonna hand you this these pearls of wisdom. It's an artifact, and it has +1 to intellect rolls. And now I'm going to get a bunch of intellect rolls, aren't I?
Well, the trap has already been triggered, so you don't have to worry about rolling all your defenses. So
Okay.
you're fine in this particular spot.
Oh,
Okay.
I actually have something that will directly help this. Jasper's like bound, right? Like, It's
paralyzed in the sense that they can't move, yeah.
okay.
And now that they have the pearls, you can add that on top of what you're going to do next.
Yeah, I have a mad stone, and I can place it upon a bite, wound, curse, or other injury caused by magic or a magical creature. The stone cancels out the ongoing effect and restores points equal to the cipher level to a single pool. So
Yeah.
I'm going to use this cipher, this weird stony secretion thing, like from a deer's stomach. I'm just going to press it against your arm, like just a little too hard.
Jasper, you come to, your mind is your own. The cold pressing hands that were holding you still release you, and you gain a point in intellect from the use of the wisdom pearl.
4 points.
No, this is an additional.
Oh, additional. Okay.
A little benefit for helping your friends out. Not because you're facing the devil in a few days' time. But the lie is still in front of you, Dare.
So I'm sorry. So that means that I bump up the intellect pool by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
What's the magical equivalent of calling out bullshit? Because I don't know how to dispel lies. I just know how to like call them as I see them.
How do you want to find out, Dare?
Hmm. What other equipment haven't I used? You know what? I got this blinking lamp, which it's a blinking lamp will blink up to 3 different times, giving you a warning to danger. You must roll for each use to see if it will function or malfunction. This seems to be like a really like unhelpful thing because it's like it's going to give me false positives or false negatives half the time, and I have to say that I'm going to use it probably each
So you have
time.
to declare it. Yeah.
But if I don't know that there's danger out there, why would I want the warning? Like so yeah, so I haven't figured out how to use this yet. But maybe I can like ask the lamp or something like that, like are there any more traps or something like that?
Of course.
All right, so let's say I use that. I can use it 2 times, I think. No, 3 different times. So I must roll for each use to see if it works. So I'm going to roll. Nope. Hang on a second. This out. I'm not seeing a way to roll for the cipher. There's nothing on this equipment sheet that lets me do the automatic roll.
It's a 50-50 chance, yeah?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so you can either just toss a coin or go high or low.
Okay, I'm going to say high is good. So it malfunctions. As it
As you're
sets
yeah.
on fire, I guess I try to stomp the fire out, and this is our new problem. Gender reveal party, destroying the woods the witches spent all this time planning. Okay. All right, so that was a
as your lamp kind of bursts into flames, you're trying to put it out wildly. It's kind of stamping it out. But the thing about illusions, they break when light is cast upon them.
okay.
So, unintentionally, you figured a way around this bullshit.
That seems to be Dare's style. Sure. Okay, I'll take the win.
And as the light kind of casts upon this illusion, you see that it breaks and falls. And you all see a singular figure bound to a chair in the middle of the barn, head down. It is dark inside.
All right. Is there a way to check for more traps?
Yes.
I also have the ability to see the unseen. So I see, what is it? Read it again. I automatically perceive creatures and objects that are normally invisible or hidden by magic. When looking for things more conventionally hidden, the task is eased.
Okay. You can do a seek for the unseen. It will be an ease task because technically these things aren't physical.
I rolled a 6.
Theresa, you spot a few traps, but I would say with a 6, you don't spot all of them. You see one in front of the person that's in the barn. With the dying of Daire's light, you do see dark hair, dark skin, probably Zach. And you do see 2 more traps just on the inside of the barn door itself, to the left and right of you. But, oh, sorry, Mike. But that's it.
And who is the person in here? We just got a flash of seeing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't
Okay.
like see their face because their head is down. They're sitting.
Does one of us have a lantern? I imagine we should.
I think Beatrice does.
I got a crummy flashlight. So
I mean, that's something.
yeah, I'll do the
Just do the
winding.
windy. Yeah.
I think you also picked some up from the
Oh, we did. We picked up some hooded
Yeah.
lanterns from the mine.
you did. Yeah. And a canary and some dynamite.
Oh yeah, dynamite.
And
If we need light.
yeah, if
if you need light.
yeah, pull a hooded lantern, you like not even fuss with lighting it, hedge magic to light it as quickly as possible.
Yeah. You light it and there's a dull glow that goes downwards, not outwards, because that's what hood lanterns do. You hold it up and the light kind of softly cascades across the traps you've spotted. And it hits the person that's in the middle of the barn. And it is Zach. He's hurt. Real bad.
I mean, I saw the traps I saw, and I'll say I'll start to approach, avoiding whatever traps I can. And
There's 2 immediately on the side
oh,
as you
okay.
enter. And there's 1 in front of Zach.
Do I know how I can disarm them, or
DAIRE does. And Jasper does.
Is that a light
Because
thing or? Oh, good.
it's not a feat of magic. It's a feat of strength and mechanics and engineering.
Okay.
Oh, we got booby traps. Okay.
But they're magically held together. That's the
Uh-huh.
weird thing.
Okay.
Magic Goonies.
Is there any benefit to doing the sensibilize on the image of Zach to make sure that that's actually Zach, or are we pretty confident that the sensibilize kind of exposed what needed to be exposed? There's a second set of
Good
illusions or something like that. The light, did it dispel what needed to be dispelled? I guess.
As far as you know.
Okay. All right.
Such a GM answer. Okay.
Or I just gave the GM an idea to a way to extend
Right.
this. problem in
Damn
case
it.
we rescue Zach too early. Okay. Do I feel like I can attempt to disarm one of the traps without setting off the other one?
Probably. You can make an engineering check that you have.
Okay, I will do that. Let's see, where's my engineering? Ooh, I'm gonna re-roll. So I rolled a 5. I got a 4. I'm gonna re-roll 1.
No.
I'll use 7. I'll take the
Wow.
7. And I lost a lot of XP on that one.
You gained 1 though for the 1. Or no, you didn't take
Yeah.
the 1. So okay.
Nope.
Take it. Oh.
Yeah.
So I
my.
imagine that's not a success, just not a catastrophic failure.
Yeah, it's not catastrophic. I'll definitely need you to make a speed roll, but you won't be hindered.
Okay. 17.
Yeah,
See, I'm like a cockroach. I'm no help to you guys, but I am not gonna die. So,
You realize a bit too late as you're moving something upward with your thumb that it
Story
should
my
have
life.
gone to the left, not to the right. And you duck in time to see a kind of crackle of magic or what have you kind of split the air, hit the ground, and bounce off, sparking and fading into the ground once more. But you've disarmed this trap. You still have another one on the other side of the wall there.
whew. All right. Easy peasy. All right. Do another one of these. What was I doing? Engineering. Yeah, this is a good. This is a good idea. Oh, 17. I knew I could do it.
Nice.
Learning from your first time around,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
you definitely pick up on that. You gotta do it to the left, not the right. And you disarm this one without setting it off this time around.
Mhm.
You still have the one in front of Zach, though.
All right. No whammies. 18.
Very well done. Nice, nice, nice. As you kind of squat down, looking at this, you're like, oh, this is easy now. And kind of just brush it aside as if it's nothing to you now. And you disarm it without setting it off. And you did really well. I'll give you an XP for all that rolls.
Don't worry, I will use it pretty soon, I'm sure. Jeez. All right.
It's like in a video game when you've saved all your potions to the end and you're just like, I guess I'll use them now. Like
There's boss music.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Zach?
He does not respond.
Can I safely get to him?
As far as you're aware.
As far as I'm aware, that's good enough for me.
Okay, hold on. Before you step forward, please.
I imagine Jasper actually just grabs Theresa.
Yes, literally grabs your arm. I'm gonna use 2 might points to do Devoted Defender. I choose a character. The character becomes my ward. I'm trained in all tasks involving finding, healing, interacting with, and protecting them. And I have dual wards, which means I can have 2 wards at once. So I'm gonna have Theresa and Zach both as dual wards. It applies to both of you as long as they remain within an immediate distance of each other. If they separate, I choose which one retains the benefit, and then if they come back together, they both regain the benefit immediately.
How much edge do you have in might, by the way?
3.
Then you don't have to spend the
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the cost minus your edge. Yeah.
Okay. So do I have to like change the edge or anything? Or do I just leave? It's like a permanently
I don't
thing.
think you don't spend edge, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, edge is just like a permanent buff to your
fantastic.
your
Then I
stat.
don't even have to. Beautiful.
Yeah, the higher you go in Cypher system, the easier it becomes to do your skills.
Fantastic. Sweet.
As you still have to roll.
We just need you to get more, better digital dice. It's fine.
Also, I think we all haven't quite got the we haven't used effort at all either, which is another way we can make our rolls easier. But you've also been rolling really low, so that wouldn't be super helpful.
Well, we need to make the universe less random. That's the skill. That's what needs to change. So.
Yeah. You guys either rolled really high or really low, and your effort wouldn't have come in play either way. So I'm just
It's
like,
true. It's weird that it doesn't almost never get
there
like
is
10s
no
and
in
11s.
between with your group. It's so weird.
All right. Well, with myself protected by Jasper, I'm going to go up and I'm going to try and touch Zach. I'm going to try and use my charm touch.
I kind of like I say something to stop you just before you do it. I say, shine the light on him first just to see.
All right.
Because if it's an illusion, then that might help. Might not. But
yeah. She'll hold the lantern up and she'll kind of kneel so that she's like can get the light and see his face.
Yeah, the light spills over Zach. You see blood kind of pouring down his face. He's been through a fight, to put it in a polite way. And his arms are bound behind his back onto the chair. He's out cold. There's no illusion here. He is an injured man out cold, sitting in a barn.
And yeah, charmed touch. I'm going to use my free level of effort. So
Really starting to feel bad that we didn't come sooner.
Okay, so that's a 13 that beats difficulty 4, so I can heal him. I healed him for 3.
Very good. You heal him for 3, and as you kind of push this healing magic into him, you see his eyes kind of flutter open. He kind of takes a sharp, ragged breath. It's a bit too wet. And he kind of glances up at you.
Hold still, okay? And she's gonna pull the pocket knife she keeps around to try and like cut the ropes off of him, or like try to see if she can also like untie it as well.
Go to cut the ropes and realize they are iron chains.
Okay. God, the hedge magic can only fix an object. I'll call over Jasper. These ain't ropes. They're iron. I can't get them untied.
Okay, I've got muscles of iron for the next 10 minutes. All might-based actions other than attack rolls that you attempt are ease. That's
okay. So you breaking these chains?
I'm gonna attempt.
I got a pry bar.
Yeah?
That's kind of my thing. So if you want to use that,
It would give you a +1 to your roll.
All right, yeah. Okay, no, hold on though, because I do have an inability in breaking things.
Oh my God.
That inability.
So the pry bar is putting you up 1. Your own inability is pulling you down 1. So you're out of flat again. Like.
So should I do this? I mean,
maybe
it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like
but then your
bigger,
might is bumped up 1, right? Like, so you still are easing the.
Intellect's up by 1. So.
Oh my God.
But your muscles of iron thing doesn't. Is that easing the task?
Iron, all might-based actions other than attack rolls that you attempt are eased.
Okay, so you managed to get 1 level of ease out of all of this.
Yeah, so if you think it's better for you to do it there, I am totally fine with that. I forgot that I had the inability in breaking things.
I was looking at this. I'm like, who's going to do it?
I think that's kind of sweet that you have an inability to break things. That's really nice. But it is funny that you're like the muscular one and I'm this scrawny.
I want to be so strong and I can't break things.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I will give this a shot. So So I got the pry bar. Can engineering give me a bonus at all? I don't know.
Not in with these. If you're breaking the chains, it's a simple
All right.
strength roll.
Simple might roll. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
9.
9.
I will
Plus
spend an
1.
XP.
Okay.
Wait, before you do, Theresa remembers she can do something.
So
Hey,
the roll
y'all-
went through first.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
All right.
okay, never mind.
I will roll one more time.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay.
Okay.
It takes some effort, and Teresa's trying to think of things, and she
How does
almost
that
catches
take effort?
ya. And you realize that iron chains do have a weak point when pressurized in a certain way, such as a lever, or a lever, and you manage to twist the chains enough to make them weak, pop, and his hands are free.
Just his hands?
Yeah, you forgot his legs.
Oh, well, if we got to do more rolling for the legs, my slicing strand is more effective against objects. It can slice through 1 foot of any material that is level 3 or lower. The material
His
can be
hands-
up to
yeah,
6 inches thick. So
Yeah, you could definitely do that. But yeah, just his hands were bound behind his back, but his feet were also kind of tied up. Now that you're looking at it, you got one half of him free. You just didn't get the other half. But
yeah.
yes, Theresa, you can use your ability as Dare's like, I triumphed over Iron today. I win.
Yes, that's right. Witness me. I'm jumping for joy, and then you're like, oh, his work is half done. He forgot to. He unloaded the dishwasher. He forgot to load it, and he just thinks his chores are done. Okay, cool.
Small wins for Dare. That's what matters. But yes, do what you want, Theresa.
Yeah, Theresa, she has the knife in her hand, and then she remembers she can do magic, and so she'll actually just like, in this case, like gently slice the knife across the iron, just symbolically, and it'll do the slicing strand right through it.
Yeah, make me a speed defense roll.
A speed defense, okay. 14.
Cool. So the chains don't come alive and attack you. You see this puff of magic kind of form for a moment and then die as you kind of cut through it. Seems like a trap was on these particular trains.
Zach, you okay? How you holding up?
He slumps forward now that he's no longer being held up and falls towards you.
Oh yeah, she'll take him even if she has to stumble back a little bit. She says, all right, hun, you relax, okay?
Kind of reaches up and grasps your blouse and says, should have just left me.
I ain't leaving no one in this town. All right. We're getting you out of here. We're getting you safe. Okay.
He kind of gives a weary nod and starts coughing again. It's a bit too wet. And it takes a lot of effort to pull him up.
Jasper,
Yeah,
come
I
help.
got him. Yeah, I've got him between my various things.
Mhm. Let's get him to my place. It's the best place I know right now.
You take him back the way you came.
You think so, right?
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Got a
I
better
think so.
idea?
Yeah, I mean, we know the way to town from here, and I guess we'll go from town to my house.
Just asking. As you
Is your
make
house
your way.
already like prepped and safe? Or do we need to take him to the
Oh,
little area.
well, I mean, Theresa at least has like brick dust, salt lines, places
Your own
like,
stuff, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
just kind of
All right.
folk charms. But yeah,
Yeah, you
best
take
we can do.
yeah. You take him back the way you came. Easy enough. It takes a good 2 hours. You're carrying a half-dead man on you. And nobody's in the center of town. The bonfire has been put out. Town basically has gone to bed at this point. And up to your cabin you go, Theresa. And you get there and open the door and you can treat Zach.
Yeah, Theresa will be busy rummaging through her pantry looking for healing herbs, anything to stop. I was given a bunch of nettle for tea as well, so I'll make some nettle tea. Hopefully, make him feel a little bit better.
And he's one of my wards, so I'm trained in all tasks involving healing him. So
All right. Make me a heal roll.
does that just end up being a flat roll?
Yes, if you're helping each other, one of you can roll at advantage.
Okay.
Do you want to just roll that then?
Yeah, I'll roll it. Because I can put a little effort. It's an intellect task.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I get a free level of effort that, so let me do it. That's an 11. Try that again. 11.
11. 11. It will take a lot more time, but he's resting. He's stable. He's asleep. He's not going to be able to answer any questions for you tonight. He needs to recover.
That's all right. I'm just glad we don't know how long he was out there. But I think Teresa's going to stay up with him the whole night.
Well, I think at some point Jasper will come and relieve you. You go lay down. I got it.
She'll take you relieving her, but she's not going to go to sleep. She's in the kitchen brewing up something to help him further.
The night is long and full of darkness. The moon hangs high in a deep black sky scattered in stars. Every now and then, when you look outside the window, you just see a man standing on the edge of that boundary. And at one point, you just see him go.
Great.
But as the night wears on, will leave us today. Zach secured, but the devil's still in play. So, thank you for joining us tonight, folks, at our story of Old Gods of Appalachia, the Breathing Mountain. I'm Jen, and you can find me here on Twitter. Find me supporting War Child, a nonprofit organization, and the Little Princess Trust, a cancer childhood wig making group, free profit or nonprofit as well. If you're interested in those groups, please reach out. I'll explain more. But at the top of the order, Alex, tell us who you are, what you do.
Hey everybody! Thank you for joining us. Thank you for including me. Great to play with you all. I've been Alex. I've been a writer and actor in North Carolina in the U.S. I publish and perform as Lex Wilson. Alexotica on Twitter, lexwilson.bsky.social on Blue Sky, lexwilson.com for everything else. On Mondays this month, except for this coming Monday, I'm back with Denizens and Dragons playing Plasmatics in a universe-spanning campaign where each player is taking a turn GMing. It's a lot of fun. And starting this Saturday, I'm playing a Wander homebrew with the Misadventurers League, which is where I played my first on-stream game. So it's really cool to be back with some of the people who were a part of that very game. It feels like going home. The Kickstarter for the final issue of Starweed just launched like last night. This is a comic book series I did with Tony Gregory, Claudia Guerre, and Lauren Norby. You can get all the issues, the complete story, and there's a bunch of fun bonus items by guest contributors. Starweed.com will take you to the Kickstarter. If you're interested in it at all and you want to pledge a buck as a placeholder or to follow along, that's the kind of thing that can help with our algorithms, especially early days of the campaign. And we will be sharing a TTRPG component very soon with the followers. So thank you.
Thank you. Mal.
Hi, everyone. I am Mal, aka Archangelic. You can find me here at all the time Soliloquy said in the announcements. You can also find links for me on my own website, archangelic.space. I also do professional GMing on startplaying.games. If you're interested in having me GM a game for you, you can book me startplaying.games/GM/Archangelic. Also, I just want to say if you've missed any of these games, check them out on our YouTube. The link is in our link tree in the channel description. Yeah, we're about to do our after show after this. It's a Patreon supported after show. It will always be free, but we appreciate your patronage nonetheless. Patreon.com/LanternLightAdventures. That's me.
Thank you very much. Last but not least, Soliloquy.
Hey friends, I am Soliloquy Jaden. You can find me everywhere online as FatSapphicBro. I mostly hang out on TikTok and make a variety of content. Feel free to come hang out with me. As for streaming, I'm here on Twitch most Sundays, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m., most Tuesdays, 6 to 9 p.m., and most Wednesdays, 2 to 5 p.m., all Pacific, but not the last 7 days of each month. Thanks.
And thank you all once again for joining us for the Old Gods of Appalachia, the Breathing Mountain. We hope you have a good one, the week's good to you, and hope to see you next week. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good day. Bye.
Bye.